Hello, Supernatural fans. This is a new project that the shop is going to be starting on here probably next week. This is going to be Bobby Singer's 1972 Chevelle. I bought this here, what was it, last week? And brought it down to the shop, and we're going to start the transformation on Bobby's car. Now, the car might look here in the video, might look like it's a really nice car, and people are going to ask like, hey Rick, why are you going to basically make this thing look like a turd? The car actually it's not a bad car, but there's a lot of, put it this way, I would not want to do a full restoration on this car. It's not that type of car. But the car is in rough enough shape where we can actually turn this over to Bobby's car. The quarter panels back here, they're starting to get rust, which is great because that's what Bobby's car has, is the rust in it. So actually, and then we can tell up in here that somebody had done a patch. I don't know if you guys can pick that up in this lighting or not. But so we're going to kind of cave this in. It's going to be painted the correct color. The correct tires and wheels are going to be put on it. The interior has the bucket seats, and they're going to get covered with the correct seat covers. We've already got those. The correct steering wheel is going to be put in. The correct B&M shifter on the floor. I've got to change out the mirror here. It's got the cowl induction hood, just like Bobby's. So 1972, this is a Chevelle. And some people's put some like really stupid stuff on it, you know, Chevelle SS sticker, but then a Mustang. Don't ask me. And then up here they got Malibu 350 SS. Malibu never made an SS, so, or at least not to my knowledge. So the car is in, you know, just in that rough enough shape where it's going to be a great Bobby car. So we're going to paint this thing the green. We're going to put on the white stripes, the primer, everywhere that Bobby's car. And then once we're done with this, this car is going to go up for sale. And we're going to put the SS emblems on it. The engine right now, it is a 350 small block Chevy with a 350 turbo. And we found out yesterday, because when I got on it, this car's a Positrack, or at least we are 95% sure it's Positrack. So we're going to put the correct valve covers, the correct intake, the correct carburetor. We're going to put a different fan shroud on it to match Bobby's. This will be painted red up here. It'll have the Edelbrock sticker. This thing will be Bobby's. We're going to put in 72, 71s. Both you could get an amber parking lens or a clear. Bobby's is clear, so we're going to put the clear in here, and then the other side will be missing. And then we're going to cut into this grill and take a section out. So and then this car is also going to get signed by my boys down at Supernatural. All the guys that have anything to do with the cars, this glove box lid is going to be signed by the crew of Supernatural, the car guys. And then we're going to get the correct plates on this car. Bobby's plates straight from the Supernatural warehouse. And I've got to talk to him because Bobby's was really, really rough. And I'm going to ask them if they distress them there. So when they make them, because we don't want nice shiny plates on a car that's going to look like it, you know, like it shouldn't even run. And the great thing about this car is our furnace just kicked on because it's like 20 degrees today here in Kansas. But I know it's kind of cold all over the United States right now. But that's not going to stop us from working on cars. And this car is just going to be, you know, like I said, look like a turd, but this thing's going to run and drive like a dream. We're going to it's got disc brakes on it, and we're going to rebuild the front end. Dual exhaust. We're going to do it all right. So really, when you jump in this car, you can drive this thing back and forth across the United States. It would look like it shouldn't go across the United States back and forth, but it will. So it's going to be a great driver. I've been telling people, like, this is the perfect car to have as a Supernatural fan, because the Impalas, even though they're, you know, that's the iconic car, The Impala is very hard to keep clean, and you always worry about it. Somebody scratching it, breathing on it. I mean, I hear, and just the dust settles on it. It's just, people build them and then they don't drive them because they're afraid, you know, they go, oh, I got all this money into it and everything, and then they're kind of really afraid to drive it. And that shows. You got to watch them like a hawk and stuff like that. Of this car, complete opposite. You don't care if it gets scratched or whatever. You don't have to worry about pre-cleaning it for a show, because the dirtier, the better. So this is going to just be a really, really fun project, and I'm going to let you guys, as we do things with this car, you'll get it documented. You know, it'll be all in this video. And oh, and then one other thing with Bobby's car is the passenger door over here is going to be painted gold. So I'm talking to Supernatural right now, finding out what gold they used. Like I said, this side kind of gets, we kind of back this into a pole. We got to do some work. We got to do a little bit more damage to this car, and then we're just painting it green, and this thing's gonna look badass. And we noticed yesterday, Dawn and I were looking at the original pictures of Bobby's that I've been, Supernatural gave to me, up close, detailed pictures. And the SS stripe that's on the hood, that's not even a factory SS stripe. It was just, you could tell it was masked off, and they didn't even do it right. So we're gonna match it just like that. So anyway, I thought you guys might like to see the project. If you are wanting to buy this car done, obviously, give me a shout. We'll work something out. And but this is going to be the one for the ages, and really, this is going to be a blast to drive. I mean, you just don't have to worry about it. And trust me, talk to people that owns the Supernatural Impalas. It's going to be a difference between night and day. And granted, this one is not as iconic. I get it. I know that. But nobody, to my knowledge, has done this car. And I think it's time that Bobby's car gets done, and it will be done as accurate as humanly possible to do Bobby's car. It'll have everything that Bobby's car has. We're going to try to match the dents, the rust, everything. So, like, here's a perfect example. See how this rust is running down through here, and how the car is got that? That's how Bobby's car is. Now, we know a lot of that's been faked. We know sometimes that they've like sanded off the paint and with the bare metal and put acid, and then, you know, let that thing start rusting and bleeding and stuff. And we're going to give it some of those touches. So anyway, I thought you guys might like to see. This is what I'm calling a side project that I'm going to be kind of screwing around with a lot, that because of Don and Mike and Mark working on all the body work on the Impalas, this is going to give me something to do. So there it is, guys. Hope you enjoy it, and look forward to hearing from you. Bye.